Hey guys, so today is my first spiritual Sunday. So this post, I'm going to explain why it's called Coming Peter, explain to you guys exactly what my posting schedule is going to be, and sort of the style of my vlog, and the purpose of my vlog, and then lastly, I'm just going to give a thanks to everyone who has been so amazing in helping make this whole process possible. Okay, so first of all, I feel like my purpose in life is to bring glory to God in everything that I do, and that kind of shapes the way that I make any decision. And I really feel like, especially in really big blessings, I want to give a big portion of that back to God. And this opportunity to study abroad is such an unbelievable blessing, especially getting to go and just travel around for 2 weeks before the start of the program. It's something I've dreamed about for most of my life, and so it's just unbelievable to me that it's actually getting to happen, and I really want to give back to God like what he's given to me in this blessing. And so I was kind of thinking about, how do I do that? And at the same time I was also thinking, how do I really keep a good memory of what I did while I was abroad. And also I want to share this experience with people back home, so I thought, you know what, I would love to start a vlog. And I think it's also a really good opportunity to keep my eyes fixed on God while I'm abroad in Spain, disconnected from my normal Christian community. And so yeah, so I think just in general, that's sort of where the idea of having sort of a God-centered blog and having a God-centered title came from. And then from there, Matthew 14:25-33, just the story of Jesus walking on water. That passage has really spoken to me for a while now, but especially when I was in Mexico, I really feel like it clicked in my head that I really identify with Peter in that instance. Just like Peter, I jump right off the boat and right out onto those waves because I'm excited to follow Jesus into whatever adventure he has planned for me. But also like Peter, I am very quick as soon as I'm out on those waves to flip the heck out, and I start thinking about everything that could go wrong, and I start looking at the waves. And eventually I fix my eyes back on God, and just like it says in the passage, immediately he reaches out his hand to me, which is so cool to me because it just shows like he was right next to me the entire time. It was me that started looking elsewhere and started freaking out. And then I end up having a really cool adventure that was oftentimes nothing like what I originally anticipated. But I know that I have grown so much more in my faith in the times where I have freaked out and then realized I need to trust him again than I ever have inside of my comfort zone. Because I think the moments that I decide to stay inside my comfort zone are the moments that I am initially not trusting that God will catch me if I do start to sink into the waves. And so, as fickle as my heart might be, I'm excited that God has given me a spirit of adventure and a spirit that wants to follow him on any adventure that he takes me. Another reason that I chose Becoming Peter for the name of my vlog is that I was bouncing back and forth. I knew I wanted it to be about Peter, and I was bouncing back and forth between the Peter Diaries and Becoming Peter. And so I googled both of them just to see what came up. And when I googled Becoming Peter, a bunch of Bible studies came up that were talking about when Jesus changes changes Simon's name to Peter, and the fact that Peter means the rock. And one of them started going into the fact that Jesus is also called the rock many places in the Bible, and how in Greek it's two different words that are used for Peter the rock and Jesus the rock. So Jesus the rock is Petra, definitely pronouncing that wrong, but it basically means like a mass of rocks, like a boulder or something like that. And Peter's the rock is Petros, and it means like pebble or little rock. And so I thought that was really cool because it made me think of the fact that Christian means little Christ, and it's kind of what we're doing here. We're trying to be little Christs. And you know what? My biggest hope would be that I am so fearlessly, self-forgetfully, carelessly in love with God and following God that I end up being the closest thing to him walking on this earth right now. And don't get me wrong, that would have nothing to do with me, and I get that that's a lofty goal, and there are people who are way more qualified. But to strive for that is what I want my life to be about. I want to act like that's possible, because that will move me into more love and more kindness and selflessness than I would ever be able to do any other way. Okay, so now on to the style of this vlog and the posting schedule. So it'll be a mix of sort of, shots of what I'm doing and video diaries like this, just kind of talking about what my experience has been. So Sundays are going to be spiritual Sundays, so they're going to vary in exactly what they're going to be about each week, but my main goal is to explore what it's like being a practicing Protestant Christian in Spain, where it's kind of culturally Catholic, but a large part of the population is atheist. But I'd also really love to hear the experiences of, there's a missionary family that I'm in connection with there. I'm going to be visiting the Vatican when I visit Rome, and just kind of talking to people about what their faith means to them, and, tying it a little bit back to what does that say about our God that, that we're reading in here. And so I'm excited to get to explore that with you guys. And then my other theme today is Tasty Tuesdays, so that will vary greatly. This upcoming Tuesday, you guys can look forward to a post about, it is a tradition here in Point of Barrel for us to make a blueberry pie for my great uncle's birthday. And we pick the blueberries fresh from the bushes here, and if I find a cool restaurant, I'll do a post about that. It just kind of depends on what I'm doing that week, but Tuesdays will always be about food. And then I have 2 days, Thursdays and Saturdays, where I'll just kind of be doing a general post about what's going on in my life that week. So I'll be posting 4 times a week as of right now. So one caveat is, as much as I want to keep this posting schedule to keep myself accountable and so that you guys who are watching back home know when to expect posts from me, this is God's vlog first and foremost, and so he might give me a new direction last minute, or I might just realize it last minute, or I might just get tired or busy with other things that I'm doing in Spain, and so just kind of a little pre-warning that I might not stick to this schedule. I would really love to, and I hope that I get to, but right now, that's what the posting schedule will be, and I'm super excited for it, so yay! Okay, finally, and most importantly, I would like to take the end of this video to just give a really quick thanks to everybody. First of all, thank all of you guys so much for watching this video. It will be so encouraging to know that I have so many of you guys following my journey and just really cheering me on stateside or from wherever you are. That is such an encouragement to me, and it's so important to me. So I just want to start by saying thank you guys for watching this and just cheering me on, and I love you all so much. Mwah. But also, a huge thanks to Ruth Anderson, my baby sister. She is continually my inspiration, my biggest supporter, my vlog instructor, and honestly my best friend in the entire world. I would not have been able to do any of this without her and her wonderful encouragement. Similarly, thank you to my parents, Sam and Elizabeth Anderson, because they have been very patient and supportive of me as I've learned the balance between getting enough footage and not filming every second of everyone's day. So thank you guys for your patience. Also, thank you to Maddie Parker, who also had that same patience with me because I started this vlog while she was visiting. And also just for, again, being one of my #1 supporters and just being such an inspiration in my life. Thank you, love. And then also a quick shout out to Emily Williams, who has also been such an amazing help. She's helped me with video editing and all of that. She's so amazing at all this stuff. And I would have been floundering without it. So thank you, Em. And I also definitely want to thank Opus Orange and Tim Timmons. You guys, I don't know if you're watching this. You probably aren't because you probably have really busy schedules. But I just want to say how much it means to me that you guys responded back to me and are allowing me to use your music in these videos. You both are such inspirations to me, and I am just honored and just kind of starstruck that you guys messaged me back and are allowing me to use your music. So thank you so much for that. And last but not least, I just want to definitely thank God for this opportunity to go and travel and do these amazing, mind-blowing adventures that I honestly can't believe I'm doing every day. And also for this opportunity to start this vlog. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. Mwah!